they've needed it the most. If you've been injured, call the law offices of John Day for a free consultation, please. And we're going to have the Rick's Barbecue County Roundup, but we're going to do a little different. I'm going to go ahead and give you the starting lineups for this game just in case they start a little quick. I'm not really sure. We had a barn burner of a game, went extra innings between Green Hill and Walker Valley. I think Walker Valley won that game, didn't they?
It was 10-8 Walker Valley in 8 innings. Yep, a very, very good game, highly competitive game, and really kind of fun to watch the last half of it.
That crowd was
crazy.
Both of them were crazy. You're right. We had one guy actually with a microphone, with a megaphone, leading cheers. I don't think I've ever seen that. All right, here are your lineups. First of all, for Eagleville, Brindley Bain will lead it off and do the catching. Addie Litton will be the designated hitter today, batting second. Ellie Wynn will be at shortstop, hitting third. Madison Davenport will be on the mound. She'll bat cleanup. Marilyn Flutie will be at third base, batting fifth. Riley Warburton, we know that name from basketball, along with Brindley. She'll play first base and bat sixth. Maddie Hendricks is going to be in left field, and she'll bat seventh. Presley Gardner at second base will bat eighth, and Presley Knowles will be in center field, bat ninth. Kay Darnell is going to be the flex player. She'll be in right field. So it's Bain, Litton, Wynn, Davenport, Flutie, Warburton, Hendrick, Gardner, and Knowles. And let's go now to the lineup here by what's it called? Hollow Rock?
The Hollow Rock Bruceton Central Tigers.
Okay. Lily McGee will be in center field and lead off. Keely Williams at shortstop will bat second. Madison Holder will be doing the pitching, batting third. Kylie Baker will be at first base, batting cleanup. McKinley Garrison will be at third base, hitting fifth. Chloe Morgan will be the catcher. She'll bat sixth. Olivia Scott in right field will bat seventh. Spencer Irvin will be the designated player and bat eighth. Amelia Bennett will be in left field, batting ninth, and Mackenzie Castleman will be the flex player. She'll be over at second base. So it's McGee, Williams, Holder, Baker, Garrison, Morgan, Scott, Irvin, and Bennett for Bruceton. That's what I'm going to call them. I'm going to call them Bruceton.
Well, we got a little, it's in
history.
It's in Carroll County, and there are two communities. One Hollow Rock, the other Bruceton, and they had to decide where they were going to build the school. And part of the school is in Bruceton. The other part is in Hollow Rock.
Same county, though, at least.
Same county, different communities. I mean, in their communities, because they each have a Dollar General store. And there was a big controversy on whether it was going to be called Bruceton Hollow Rock or Hollow Rock Bruceton. But they went in alphabetical order. Or they did not go in alphabetical order.
No, they
went
didn't.
Backwards.
I think they went to whatever sounded better. Hollow Rock Bruceton probably sounds better.
Bruceton Hollow Rock, yeah.
Yeah. I think it'd be easier to say Bruceton Hollow Rock, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Or just
rolling off the tongue anyway.
HRB.
It's time for our Rick's Barbecue County Roundup. We're going to have a little time for that. At Rick's Barbecue, quality comes first, serving up fresh, never frozen meats, slow smoked the old-fashioned way over real hickory wood. Whether it's pork, chicken, or beef, you'll taste the difference in every bite. Don't forget to try fan favorites like wings, slaw dogs, and loaded baked potatoes. From the pit to your plate, Rick's Barbecue is ready to serve up a meal you won't forget. Stop by today on Warrior Drive just off South Church Street and taste the tradition. All right, Brian, you're going to update us. We're closing out on the state tournament today, and you've got, I guess, some results and that kind of thing to kind of wrap it up, because we'll have baseball tomorrow, hopefully.
Well, we're working on that to see if that is what's going to happen here this afternoon. Eagleville and East Robertson are playing right now, and that's going on at Eagleville. And if Eagleville beats East Robertson, they're in the championship game. If East Robertson wins game one, it will force a winner-take-all game two. And right now, that ball game is tied up 6-6. And looks like East Robertson has the bases loaded and one out. So it's Robbins on the bump for Eagleville. So Eagleville's got to win that game, and they're in. If they don't win that game, they do have another chance, because East Robertson is the team that Eagleville played in the very first game. So we'll see how that one goes, and that is our last team. We did spend a lot of time in 4A softball this week with Stewart's Creek, and the team that beat Stewart's Creek in that first game, that was a wild 3-hour 15-12 loss. Well, they got to the championship game. The team that beat Oakland on a walk-off, 1-0 at Walker Valley, was in this game, and they won the state title. So that tells you the quality of play we've had in softball for sure this year. The two coaches are meeting at the plate right now for this game. A little bit about Eagleville, John. They're 23-5 on the season. Hollow Rock Bruceton, they are 37-6 on the season. Brindley Bain in this state tournament, John, is 6 of 10 with 4 driven in, and make that 6 driven in. In Lytton is 1 for 4 with an RBI. Wynn is 4 of 9 with 7 driven in. So she and Bain have been carrying the heavy load along with Davenport, who is your cleanup batter. John, she's 5 of 9 with 5 RBIs. As a team, Eagleville is hitting .444. Well, that's pretty doggone good. They have 30 RBIs and have scored 34 runs in 3 games. So they've really been putting up the points in their state tournament run here. I do have a little bit more information now that the meeting is continuing there to pass along. Of course, this is the first meeting between these two schools. Actually, it's the second meeting because Eagleville played them on May 25th of 2023 and won that contest 10-0. For Eagleville, this is their 3rd state tournament appearance, and they, of course, were the state champions in 2022, winning the first school state championship in a team sport. They finished runner-up as well twice. So, John, in the past, this is the 4th time that they've been to the championship game. I mean, it's been an amazing run. They're 12-4 record in the tournament. They won District 9 and, of course, Region 5 as well. So it's their consecutive state tournament bids here. Finished runner-up in 21. They won the state title in 22. That's the year that they beat Joe Burns, Dresden, and then they had to beat Huntland twice out of the district. And they finished as runner-up for the 2nd time in their last appearance in 2023. So, fine ball team here. Looks like the hype squad is out for Eagleville as well. And for Hollow Rock Bruceton, it's their 3rd consecutive state tournament appearance. They've been here 4 times. They have a 5-8 record. Their last appearance was last year when they lost to Joe Burns, and then won a couple of games before losing the if necessary game to Joe Burns last year. So a little history between these two squads. Royal blue and white for Hollow Rock Bruceton, and of course the maroon and white for the Eagleville Eagles. And they're doing the starting lineups, which we've already done here. So looks like we're about ready for some softball here, John.
Yeah, the remarkable thing about the Eagleville Eagles, they have been able to maintain a really 3 or 4 seasons back-to-back, and with the influx of youth every year. Davenport, I think, is a freshman or sophomore, probably a sophomore because she pitched in the 8th grade.
Yeah,
so
she's a sophomore.
Yeah.
You've got Bain a senior, Lytton a senior, Wynn is a freshman, Davenport a sophomore, Flutie is an 8th grader, Warbritton a senior, then you have Kendrick the sophomore, senior Gardner, sophomore Knowles, and Darnell is a sophomore as well, flex player.
Flutie is playing because Ashton Walker tore her ACL playing basketball. She usually starts at 3rd, but Flutie's done a great job adding in the 5th spot. So they've not missed a beat, but they do miss Ashton, I'm sure, because she was a heck of a 3rd baseman in her own right. She'll be back next year, I would think.
A baseball update, by the way. East Robertson 9, Eagleville 6 after 5 innings. So they're going to the 6th. Eagleville is they bat the top innings today after the coin flip. Looks like it's going to be Hollow Rock Bruceton, John, on defense first. So that means they'll be batting in the bottom innings.
Madison Holder is the pitcher for Hollow Rock Bruceton. And defensively, they're going to have Baker at first, Castleman at second, Williams at short, Garrison at third, Bennett in left, McGee's in center field, and the right fielder is going to be, well, I've got to look. I didn't put that down, did I? I was in a hurry. You rushed me.
I did.
Scott is in right field. We're about ready to get this one underway. Brian, go ahead and take it over and do your thing.
Well, glad to be here, and this is our 5th game since Wednesday.
I'll say this, we're in the coolest spot in the field.
Yes.
Really.
We've got a nice little breeze rolling through here, and we are ready for Holder's first pitch to Brindley Bain, and it is high. No, it's a strike called on the outer half, and we are underway at 3:41. The game's supposed to start at 3, but the game before went extra innings, and I think the first game was a little long. The count 0-1. The pitch held off to the strike, though.
Bain, a great basketball player and a tremendous softball player, going to play college ball, and they have a facility at their house that you would not believe. It is unreal.
Definitely all in on softball. 0-2. Right past, Holder, the pitcher got the glove on it, but couldn't control it, and Bain's going to reach and beat it out.
Designated player number 11, Addie Linton.
So that is a solid single to get things started here, and Addie Linton comes up, your DP.
I'm going to change my score. You've already changed it for me. Okay.
Well, I just went by what they put on the scoreboard.
Yeah,
so.
Don't you think that probably should have been caught?
Yes.
Yeah. I'll give it to her, though. That's good for Brindley.
Why not?
Once she knocked it, it got out of her glove, they weren't going to get Bain.
Coming into this game in 10 at-bats, she had 6 hits, so better than half the time. First pitch to Linton is sent into left field, and it is going to drop in front of Bennett, and it's going to roll to the wall. And here comes Brindley Bain, rounding third. She's headed home, standing, and it's a triple for Addie Linton and an RBI, and the Eagles strike first in the second at bat.
She smoked that ball, too. I mean, she ripped it.
Now batting.
Left fielder came in, that was Bennett, and thought about trying to dive for it, and when she had the indecision, it was all she wrote.
So the first run in.
Now you got a chance to get another run. There's nobody out.
Here's another hit down the third base line, and going to beat it out. Just a small little dribbler, and nobody got to it.
She thought it was going to roll foul, but it didn't. It just stayed right on that line. I don't think they were expecting a bunt either there.
No. What a start.
Linton did a good job of just staying there.
Madison Davenport.
So now Wynn with the bunt single. And Madison Davenport in the cleanup spot here has 2. She can try to drive in. Now, I will let you know that Wynn went to second. So hit after hit after hit. A strong start for the Lady Eagles here. 1-0.
There's a great base run in there.
Shows bunt, and another perfect bunt. They throw home. She's safe. Another run in. Linton comes in. She just slid right under the tag. Back-to-back bunts. Playing a little small ball here, John.
Third base.
I think Bruceton's a little shell-shocked right at the moment.
Have a runner Grimes. Kara Grimes going to be running for Davenport.
Marie Oliver.
Wait a minute. Anne-Marie Oliver, excuse me. I beg your pardon.
Oliver running. Here is the 8th grader Flutie. Got to give Davenport an RBI too, don't we?
Yes.
So driven in by a triple and a bunt single. 2-0 Eagleville. And here's the pitch to Flutie. Another bunt. Went the other way with it, and they are going to get her, but it's got another run across. Flutie with the sac bunt and RBI. Win comes in, and it's 3-0.
Now batting, first base, number 29, Riley.
Now Riley Warburton, your batter. Sixth batter of a very explosive first inning for Eagleville. 3 runs on 3 hits. Apparently have 3 hits up there now. Pitch, foul back.
I think they're calling it a fielder's choice for Davenport.
Okay. Must be the case. I guess because they went home instead of the first. The pitch, outside, they throw to third. Are they going to get her tried to steal? Yes. So Oliver going to be pumped out down there at third, caught stealing, and 2 away now. Three nothing, and the bases are empty here for Riley Warburton. He's had 1 hit in this state tournament. Pitch high and outside. One thing I'll say is I don't know how many of their games, but most of them, I don't know that they win a full 7 innings.
Yeah, I don't think they did.
Pitch on the way. High.
Warburton's got some power now. She can hit the ball. She gets a hold of one.
Count is 3-1. That Eagleville East Robertson game still 6-9. She draws a walk. So now Warburton aboard. First walk issued by Holder.
Now batting, left field,
It is the bottom of the ninth. I'm sorry, bottom of the 6th. So it is Robbins back out for Eagleville. Eagleville is the away team in that game. Pitch, a strike called by the umpire here.
I've got a feeling Coach Bassham in that boys game is going to have a pretty good pitcher lined up for that second game if needed.
The count is 0-1. The pitch is in for a strike on the outside corner. Maddie Kendrick, sophomore.
Dad's the assistant coach at Riverdale baseball.
Pitch is outside this time.
I really think she gets her talent from her mother, though. I really think the athletic prowess.
Well, you would think.
Yeah.
Pitch is swung on to short. Up with it, the shortstop Williams. Throw across to first. And the ground out to short will end the Eagleville first. But a very successful first inning for Eagleville as they score 3 runs on 3 hits. There was a walk and 1 left. Let's move to the bottom of the first and see what the Tigers have in store for Eagleville, and also get to see Davenport in the pitcher circle here in the state championship game. Single A, Eagleville up 3-0. State Farm Prep Sports.
Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance takes great pride in treating local athletes here in Rutherford County. Experts in joint, bones, and muscles. And with over 65 specialists, TOA has a playbook to get you back in the game. To request an appointment, visit TOA.com or call 855-NEED-TOA. Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance, TOA. Live your best life.
This is a paid legal ad.
Hi, this is John Day of the Law Offices of John Day. I've lived and worked as a lawyer in Middle Tennessee for over 30 years, and to me, every single day has been an honor. That's why our firm is so involved with community programs like bicycle helmet giveaways and our Safe Ride Home program. At the Law Offices of John Day, we're not just looking to make donations. We want to make a difference in the community we hold so dear. And if you're ever injured, know that we are here for you too.
Quick, convenient.
I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and you're listening to Prep Softball.
Number 4, Leah McGee.
back here. Lily McGee going to lead it off for the Central Tigers. Hollow Rock, Bruceton, Carroll County. Western Tennessee. Center fielder facing Davenport here, the sophomore pitcher. High for a ball on the first pitch. We're at Blue Raider softball field here on the campus of Middle Tennessee State University. Last year was the first year that they hosted the state tournament, softball.
Brian, I'm going to make a little change here. Riley Warbritton, I think, is the DH, and they've got Addison Litton at first. So just make that change. It's just a position change.
Gotcha. So Litton is at first?
Uh-huh.
Pitches another ball. It's 3 balls, no strikes to McGee. The 3-0 pitch. Will she take one? She does, and she takes a strike. And it's Gardner at second, right?
Correct.
Let me give you that defense here. After this 3-1 pitch, it's on the way. Swung on, fouled away. Bain is catching Davenport. Litton at first, Gardner at second. Wynn at short, Gardner at and at third base, you've got Flutie. Left to right, Kendrick, Knowles, Darnell. Pitch is swung on, lifted into left center, and it's going to fall and get past Kendrick. Picked up by Knowles, though, and she relays it in, but not before McGee is standing at second. So Hollow Rock Bruceton, who is red hot themselves, by the way, gets their first aboard.
Now batting, shortstop, number 10.
They're going to say that is an error on
Williams.
E7.
So a single and an E7.
They put a hit up there, so it has to be, right?
Right.
E7 on the, it would have been a single
second,
and E7.
yeah.
Right-handed batter is Williams. Hits this one foul down the third base side. Keely Williams. We talked to their coach. He was very friendly. And then some of the fans down there. The school is literally in between 2 communities. The baseball field is in Hollow Rock and softball in Bruceton, or vice versa. I can't remember now which one, but pretty interesting. Pitch, boy, blew that one by her, swing and a miss. There is a literal eagle here. It's a pretty cute little eagle. Stands packed here on both sides. Been really good crowds for this. Popped up right side. Is it Litton who's going to get it? Yep. She camps under it for the first out. Pop up to first.
You're going to hate me, but I think, have you got Flutie at third and Wynn at short?
Yes.
Okay. I just messed up our defensive
Number
stats.
7, Madison Holder.
Is that what it is?
I was rushed. Flutie's at third and Wynn's at short.
Yeah. And Gardner's at second. Pitch to Madison Holder is a strike called on the first one to her. This game started about 30 minutes later than its projected time, which was good because I wrote down the wrong time for Jackson to be at the station. Pitch misses outside.
Wow.
Did ahead of an hour later.
Well, it takes 30 minutes to get through the crowd here. I mean, it's unbelievable.
It was crazy. The end of the other game and everybody trying to get in for this one. Swing and a miss. That one dropped off the face of the earth. And Holder was fooled on that. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There is one out in the inning and one at second. And that's McGee, the leadoff batter. 3-0 Eagleville if you're just joining us in the Single A championship game. Pitch goes outside, and now that's going to allow McGee to get the third on the wild pitch. see on I have so many stat sheets and brackets here. It's kind of overkill probably, but lots of information. The pitch, fouled at the plate. Eagleville won their first game over North Green 10-0, then beat Joe Burns 13-1, then beat Joe Burns 11-1 to get here. So they've only given up 2 runs. This pitch high. And I think those are the only 2 runs they've given up in the postseason. And that was 1 run in 2 different games. Pitch on the way. Swung on, chopped to third. They're going to go home. The throw is not in time. Safe, and a run scores, and McGee.
Well, that was bang, bang, but Bang put a tag on her like crazy. I mean, it was like quick. Made it very, very close.
Extremely close. Had to wait. 3-1 your score.
Fielder's choice for Holder.
Now
She's at first.
First base.
Gets an RBI.
Number 11, Kylie Baker.
All right, let's end this now. Let's get this second out.
Courtesy running for the Lady Tigers, number 1, Addison Tucker.
Tucker going to run it first for the pitcher. And that brings up Kaylee Baker, the first baseman for the Hollow Rock Bruceton Central Tigers.
Is this the last game of the day?
No, there's one more after. I think it's they did 3A, then 4A, now 1A,
then 2A.
and 2A. I think they swap up the times. That's how they are doing that. Because 4A played the 9 a.m. game, or 10. Pitch is across for a strike on the outer half, and Miss Davenport finds herself up in the count. The pitch, swing and a miss. Boy, that is a wicked pitch. Don't really have the best view of the plate. With a lot of movement on the ball. That one drops off. The 0-2, swing and a miss. Going to have to not even have to throw her out. Strikeout.
Same pitch, basically.
Pretty much. So Baker a strikeout victim, and there are
Now
2
batting,
away.
Third base, number 6.
And McKinley Garrison, the batter.
I hate it to be all about me, but what happened to our breeze?
It's gone. At least there's shade.
I think that's, well, yeah, I don't think it'll ever get past us, but
I know my equipment that's in the sun is getting toasty. The pitch.
that was a good pitch there.
And it is a strike on the outside corner. You can hear the umpire before she puts the fist in the air, if you can hear over the crowd. It's 1 ball and 1 strike the count to Garrison. And now the pitch. Just a bit high and outside. 2 balls and a strike now. The 2-1, swing and a miss. Boy, her setup pitch is, I don't know, more than half of the time a strike as well.
But Madison's grandmother, Sharon, is here somewhere in this massive crowd.
The 2-2, swing and a miss. She went after it. And Davenport excited out of the pitcher's circle there as she gets out of the inning with back-to-back strikeouts. Hollow Rock Bruceton does get 1 run on 1 hit. There was an error in the inning, 1 left. So after 1, it's Eagleville 3, Hollow Rock Bruceton 1, and the Class Single A State Softball Championship game, State Farm Prep Sports.
Hi, I'm Lakin Gilman, a mortgage loan originator with First Mortgage, a department of First National Bank of Middle Tennessee. Whether you're buying a new home or refinancing, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. With competitive rates and personal service, let me turn your homeownership dreams into reality. Visit my website, lakinhibden.com, or come by my office at 322 North Front Street, located in downtown Murfreesboro, and let's get started.
First National Bank of Middle Tennessee. We show up for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 401715.
Choosing the right insurance can be overwhelming. That's where Rick Hall at Rayburn Insurance comes in. At Rayburn, we're not just about policies, we're about people. Rick Hall will take the time to understand your needs and find the best coverage at the best price. We've been serving our community since 1973. So why not let Rick Hall take the stress out of insurance? Rick Hall at Rayburn Insurance Agency, where you're more than just a policy number. You're our neighbors.
I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, and you're listening to Prep Softball.
A game today brought to you by Bowen's Body Shop. From dings and dents to full body work, trust Jeff and Kyle Bowen to do the job right. They're located on MT Boulevard, Middle Tennessee Boulevard. We're kind of around, we're close to Middle Tennessee Boulevard.
We are. It's right behind us. Presley Gardner going to lead it off here in the second inning for Eagleville. And she takes the ball on the first pitch.
We got to figure out something here.
This one chopped to third. Up with it, Garrison throws across and dropped it, so she's safe. Gardner is going to reach.
Throw was low, and Baker couldn't come up on it.
Center field.
Couldn't hold on to it.
Presley Knowles.
Presley Knowles going to come up here now with a runner on. Give you an update on that Eagleville baseball game here, too. The news isn't great, but maybe getting better. Here's a slow dribbler down the third base line, and Garrison this time again waits, and it winds up a foul ball. So Eagleville was down 12-8, and they're batting in the top of the seventh. They've got the bases loaded, John, one out, now trailing 12-8 in baseball. If they win, they're in the championship game.
They got way behind, but trying to come back again.
Trying to come back again. 4 runs down right now. The pitch, another bunt, and a beautiful bunt by Presley Knowles. Everybody's going to reach, I think. I didn't see down at first, but she's standing there on the bag.
Now batting, catcher.
So now we go back to the top of the order.
Brindley Bain.
John, is the error on the throw over, or is the error on the first baseman?
I thought it was on the throw because it was low. She just happened to not come up with it.
Okay. So 2 on here, and now there's a hit into left field by Brindley Bain. And the bases are juiced. They're full of Lady Eagles. So Gardner goes to third, to second Knowles.
Well, it's very apparent for Bruceton that Eagleville is going to be putting some runs up today. And I've never seen such good bunting by one team in 2 innings.
So Brindley Bain 2 for 2. She's at first, and Litton, who had the big triple earlier, stands in and hits this one right into center field. It's going to drop in front of McGee, and it's going to get a run in. Gardner comes across for run number 4. So Litton with a single and an RBI.
Now batting, shortstop.
I mean, they're ripping it.
They are all over the park. Knowles to third. Bain to second. Litton at first for Ellie Wynn, the freshman who had a bunt single and scored a run just last inning. It's 4-1. Pitch, showing bunt, another great bunt. They throw to home, and she is going to be out at home. The bunt right in front of Morgan there.
She threw Wynn a changeup, and I think Ellie was just trying to make any kind of contact. Didn't really force it in either way, first or third base. Pretty easy pickup there.
Yeah, just went right in front of the plate.
Pitcher number 72.
So Madison Davenport steps up here. Base is still loaded, but now one out. Davenport drove in a run, hit into that fielder's choice, and now sends it to right field. Another base hit. One run is in. They're going to send the second runner as well, and everybody's safe. And it's second. It's Davenport with the double, and it's 6-1. So Bain comes in for run number 5.
Number 16, Anne-Marie Oliver.
Litton for run number 6. And now at third will be Wynn. Oliver is going to run for Davenport.
And we're going to get an Ideas Tees pitching change here, I believe. Brian, I guess we can take a timeout.
Yes, we are. So we'll tell you who the new pitcher is for Hollow Rock Bruceton when we come back. State Farm Prep Sports, Eagleville up 6-1, still batting.
Winners Trophies can help you with customized awards for any occasion. Owner Kelly Hockenberry continues to provide awards for sports teams, churches, recognition awards, and more. Call Winners Trophies at 904-6002. That's 904-6002 for the best in quality, service, and pricing. You can also email Kelly, winnerstrophy@comcast.net. That's winnerstrophy@comcast.net. Any award for any occasion. Winners Trophies, 904-6002.
Rely on the experienced professionals at Prentice Allsup Heating and Air.
Whether it's the blazing heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter, let the Rheem Pro professionals at Prentice Allsup Heating and Air Conditioning on West College Street keep your home or business comfortable year-round. We service all major brands and in most cases offer same-day service. Call us today at 615-890-1311. Prentice Allsup Heating and Air, your Rheem Pro partner heating and cooling contractor on West College Street, just under the Thompson Lane overpass.
I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack, and you're listening to Prep Softball.
Your new pitcher is Baker. Kylie Baker comes from first, and Madison Holder will go to first now from the pitcher circle.
The runners out there at second and third are Maddie Holder's. So we'll hold off on what damage is done on her record today.
There's still only one out in the inning. Runners at second and third. 6-1. Eagleville has come out, guns a-blazing. Here's another slow roller to third. They're going to throw home, and in under the tag there is Wynn, and it's now 7-1.
Wynn did a good job there, waited until Garrison committed to go to first, then she went home.
Oliver to third now. Flutie with the ground out. That was short, wasn't it?
Yes.
But she does drive in a run. And now Riley Warbritton, who walked her last time up, takes a strike on the outer half from Kaylee Baker. Started the game at first, now in the pitcher circle here. 7 runs on 7 hits for Eagleville. We're in the second inning. The pitch, swing and a miss. Got her going after that one. John, Eagleville, East Robertson baseball, 12-12.
You're kidding me. Unbelievable.
6 runs in the top of the 7th. They're still batting. Swing and a miss. And retired is Warbritton for the first strikeout of the game for Baker, and the inning comes to a close. Eagleville gets 4 runs on 3 hits.
Their dedication and drive, Fuel Sports.
There were no walks, errors, or hit batters. 2 left for Eagleville as we go to the bottom of the second inning. Eagleville 7 and Hollow Rock Bruceton 1. State Farm Prep Sports.
Pizza. Murfreesboro's favorite pizza is now hiring at all 3 local locations. That's right. We want you to join the Sir Pizza team. Stop in at our East Main, Veterans Parkway, or Memorial Boulevard locations and let us know how you'd like to join the Sir Pizza family. Also, we've made it even easier to order for carryout or delivery. Just head on over to sirpizzatn.com.
Sir Pizza, you made me love pizza again. Craig's Tax Service at 142 Heritage Park Drive offers complete tax preparation, financial, and bookkeeping services.
This is Brett Craig with Craig's Tax Service. From personal tax preparation to business bookkeeping, payroll, and taxes, at Craig's Tax Service, our staff is here to help.
Get help with your taxes. Call 890-2233 for an appointment.
As a former Siegel Star football player, I know the importance of the high school sports experience. Good luck to all county student athletes.
Craig's Tax Service, 890-2233.
I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves. You're listening to Prep Softball.
By Fans Heating and Air, Middle Tennessee Electric, Sir Pizza, and Bowen's Body Shop. It's 6-1 Eagleville. Make that 7-1, I'm sorry. 7-1 Eagleville as we go to the bottom of the second.
Brian Barrett, John Dinkins here with you from the championship game in Class Single A softball. Keeping an eye on the bracket final over at Eagleville. Eagleville and East Robertson baseball tied at 12, top of the seventh. And the first pitch is a strike called to Chloe Morgan, the catcher for Bruceton. Eagleville does have 2 outs, runner at second. So at second, they've got the go-ahead run. Pitch, high. And the count even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Boy, John, Eagleville just goes at you, and they pound you, pound you, pound you. First 2 innings, for sure. Pitch on the way. Sails low.
I don't know Bruceton at all, their team, but I think as many runs as we can get, the better.
Yes. Pitch on the way. Sails low here. Well, I can tell you that no one gave anyone hope on that side of the bracket to get past Gordonsville. And in fact, Hollow Rock Bruceton got sent to the losers bracket but with a loss. Pitch inside, and it's going to be the first walk here issued by Davenport.
Now batting,
and
right field, number 2, Olivia Scott.
Then they had to come back through the bracket and wound up facing, just like Eagleville had to face Joe Burns
running for the Lady Tigers,
as they came back
9,
through.
Emily Olds.
Bruceton.
Emily Olds running at first, for Bruceton.
Bruceton beat Gordonsville 12-5 and forced the second game, and then won 10-5 in the second game. After beating Halls 14-2, Halls the team that Gordonsville beat 21-0. 96 pitches in the first inning, and they just said, okay, we'll play again tomorrow. Pitch high to Olivia Scott. Seven and 1 for Eagleville, 1-1-2 for HRB. Shot to third, Flutie throws across to second, on to first, just missed the DP. But they do retire Olds, and Scott will reach on the fielder's choice.
Now batting, the designated player number 5, Spencer.
That would have been
Irvin.
sweet there.
Sure
that almost
would.
turned it too.
Missed it by a whisker.
Got the lead runner though. That's important.
Spencer Irvine, the DP. Takes the ball outside, 1-0. Sunny day today. Eagleville, by the way, has taken a 13-12 lead. Bolden batting, Severi at second. Pitch.
Yeah, Coach Bassham
High.
just called me, wants me to come pitch the next bottom half of the inning. You don't mind if I run over there, do you?
No.
He's run out of arms.
Well, they haven't run out of at bats right yet. They're in the top of the seventh, so East Robertson will have a chance to bat. Line to right, but foul. Anything past the first base bag, I'm not going to be able to see.
I got you covered. It was foul. Oh, you mean to do it before?
Figured,
Okay.
yeah.
I'll go like this if it's foul, and I'll go like this if it's fair.
Okay, thanks. You have a good view.
I do have a pretty good view, but I can't change seats with you.
No. Swung on, chop past Davenport. And diving for it was Gardner, but couldn't get to it. So everybody's safe, I think. Yep. So Irvine at first. Scott is now at second base, one out, and two on for Hollow Rock Bruceton.
I think Gardner thought it was a little bit further away from her than it actually really was.
Yeah.
It bounced up. When she dove, it bounced up over her glove.
Amelia Bennett, her first at bat here in the game, and she takes a strike on the outside corner. I noticed that Hollow Rock Bruceton has a tradition of picking up dirt from one side of the first base line and throwing it over. Swing and a miss.
Well, Davenport likes to pick up the dirt and rub it, and she does it almost after every pitch, and she looks like Pigpen by the second inning. Hey, whatever works.
Yeah, they all have a little tradition. The pitch. Outside, a little setup there, and very close. Trying to get Bennett maybe to fish out that way. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Or hitter, I don't know. That was 2 strikes, was it not?
She tipped it.
Okay.
It was a foul tip.
The umpire's walking back out to the circle with Davenport, so she does just stay alive, Bennett.
Gave her a new softball, I think.
Now going to brush off the plate. And Bennett back in. Pitch from Davenport. It's a 1-2 pitch. It's fouled away right side. Fan souvenir.
I just feel like we need to keep pounding the ball.
Well, they've showed no signs of not doing that. Got the starting pitcher out of the game. Even the mayor of Eagleville comes out to every Eagleville softball game. Oh, yeah, he coaches. Right
nice
back
stop.
at Davenport, throws to third for the force out there.
Well, for her to have the wherewithal to throw it to third after she knocked it down was impressive enough. She made a really nice play.
Lily McGee.
So runners remain at first and second, and Scott is set down. So that would be Lily McGee, who led off the game with a single. She wound up scoring their only run to this point and has one of the 2 hits they have. Pitch outside. She's a left-handed batter. By the way, Eagleville up 13-12 now in the bottom of the 7th. Pitch, throw over to first, and just did dive back. Amelia Bennett. So East Robertson is trailing by 1, bottom of the 7th. They're batting, and they do get the leadoff hit. Runner at first.
They did that all in 7 innings.
Slow roller to second, and Gardner up with it, throws over to Litton, and McGee retired. And the inning comes to a close. No runs. There was 1 hit, a walk, and 2 left. We move along. It's the top of the 3rd coming up. Eagleville up 7-1, State Farm Prep Sports.
At Dr. Automotive in Smyrna, we're committed to providing local car owners with top-notch auto repair services. Let's hear what some customers have to say about Dr. Automotive.
I just really appreciate Danny and his whole team. I always feel like I'm going to get great service and the right outcome.
You just don't find any better people.
He's always been very good.
We've got the cure for your car. Dr. Automotive, keeping your car running smoothly, mile after mile. Visit our website, smyrnaautorepair.com.
Parks Auction. We handle everything.
Whether you're buying or selling a home or whether you're buying or selling commercial property, the auction is just so much easier, quicker, smoother.
My wife and I sold our personal home. Parks Auctions helped us with that. The house brought about 20% more than we were going to ask for.
Visit our website at parksauction.com to learn more.
Hi, if they're into having a home now, $15.
Stan Vaught and the Parks Auction team are proud supporters of local high school and MTSU sports.
Sold it to you.
I'm State Farm Agent Andy Womack, and you're listening to Prep Softball.
Moving right along, Brian. I don't even have time to hardly say anything here.
Third inning, top of the third. Eagleville up to bat. And it is Maddie Kendrick who's going to lead it off here in the third, the sophomore. She takes the ball on the first pitch. Second offering is well inside. Kaylee Baker in the pitcher circle after Holder was relieved of her duties with nobody out in the second. The pitch shows bunt, pulls it back, and takes another ball, I think. Well, now East Robertson has runners at the corners with one out, trailing by a run. They need one to tie, two to win, and force a game two coming up right after. We'll see. That's baseball. This pitch, Kendrick takes a strike right down the middle. 3 balls, 1 strike. Looks like Burns is on the mound. The pitch swung on, chopped to third. Garrison throws it to first, and Kendrick retired. She hit it to third and to short in her first at bat.
Now batting, second base, number 9,
Presley Gardner.
Gardner.
Reached on an error and scored the 4th run of the game. She's going to stand in here now. Eagleville baseball trying to get back to the championship game. Eagleville softball here again. Swing and a miss by Miss Gardner, a senior. So 1, 2, 3, 4 seniors in the lineup. No juniors. 4 sophomores. A freshman and an 8th grader. Get the Boo Birds going on the pitch there. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch to Gardner on the way. This is outside and low. Ball game over, I think. Ended on a double play, Eagleville 13-12. Here's a liner into left field. It's going to roll all the way to the wall. Rounding first, Gardner going to second, standing up with a double.
Now batting, center field.
So with 1 away, it's a 1-out double.
Knowles.
And now Presley Knowles, who singled, was a bunt her last time up, just last inning. Her second at bat, we're here in the 3rd inning. The pitch, outside. First and third came in.
She bunted her last time up in a beauty.
Yep.
So I guess they're knowing that.
Shows bunt, pulls it back, and takes another ball.
You really want the you really want the third baseman to cover this bunt, because she'll have to turn and throw down to third, and there's a much better chance of getting there if you're a Gardner.
Pitch, shot to second. They throw to first, and she's going to be safe over there. The throw was a little wide.
That's an E4. She bobbled it, but that you cannot do that. You just
not against this bunch. The fast as they run. I have no idea why they're going to the top of the 8th if the score is 13-12. So I'm not sure if game changer what's going on there. It does say top of the 8th. Pitch, runner goes, and they're just going to let Knowles take off. This is Brindley Bain, who is on with a hit more times than she is out. She was 6 of 10 coming into this game in the state tournament. That's and 2 for 2 today.
It's hard to believe, and she hadn't gotten that many at bats because they've beaten everybody in less innings.
Hot hit right at the first baseman, knocked down, and they're not going to get her. Knocked it down, but nobody came over to cover from second. Not in time, at least. I thought that was a sure line out.
Everybody kind of stood around because I think they thought she had it, and then when she didn't, there wasn't anybody to cover the bag.
They've got 10 hits on the scoreboard, too, so I don't know. That would only be 9. On my card, I may have missed one. Been so many. Addie Litton, the batter.
I've got 9 too.
So bases juiced.
They may have given that first one a hit.
Pop up into deep center field. Going back at the warning track, McGee. Runner's tag, and a run is in. It's 8-1.
She gave that one to Ride. It was to the deepest part of the park.
I thought that one had a chance. Gardner comes in for run number 8. And Knowles gets up to third. Bain stays at first. 2 out in the inning, 2 on for Ellie Wynn. And now they're just going to let Bain go down to second without a throw.
Bain got down there anyway, didn't she?
Yep. Didn't matter. Our Breeze is back, thankfully. 1 run so far here in this inning. Eagleville looking for more. The pitch, swing and a miss by Miss Wynn.
Good thing I brought our Comrex cover.
Yep. Better known as a 5-star plastic folder.
I may have saved the broadcast.
You may have. You didn't like the papers I put up there.
Well, they were flying out all over the place. Got a runner for Bain.
Courtesy running for the Lady Eagles is number 17, Presley Holland.
Presley Holland.
So Holland is running down at second.
I bet she can motor too.
All they're wanting here is for Wynn to put it in play somewhere, somehow. There's a 1-1 count to her. 8-1. Eagleville on top in this championship game versus Hollow Rock Bruceton. The pitch, high. I'm really confused by Game Changer here, but maybe it's catching up or something. Here's the pitch on the way, swung on, lined hard and foul down the third base side. She straightens that one out. It is over the fence. It's kind of a screamer. Tough at bat here for Wynn. Hits this one the other way now, and it's going to be Scott to camp under it to end the inning. Fly ball out to right field, and the Eagleville third is complete. But they do get a run on 2 hits, an error 2 left. Bottom of the third we go. Your score, 8-1, Eagleville on top. State Farm Prep Sports.
Hello, this is Coy Young at Las Casas Feed Supply. We'd like to welcome you to our door.
Whether you have a quarter acre or several, Las Casas Feed Supply has premium feeds and dog foods you can't find in box stores.
Nutrition is our specialty here at Las Casas Feed.
Plus, every Saturday morning they have a local producer-only farmers market with fresh vegetables, beef, pork, and more.
Customer service and expertise that exceeds your expectations.
Family owned and operated by Coy and Jennifer Young, Las Casas Feed Supply on Barlow Lane, just off Highway 96 East in Las Casas.
You've changed thousands of diapers, played hours of peekaboo and duck goose. You do anything to protect your kids. I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, and it's important to protect them with life insurance. I can make it easy and affordable for you to protect your family.
In Rutherford County, you know how much it means to have neighbors you can count on. I'm State Farm Agent Andy Womack, here to help life go right when you combine home and auto insurance. Call me today at 615-890-0850 and let me save you money and time.
I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and you're listening to Prep Softball.
Back here at the home of the Middle Tennessee Blue Raider softball team. Our coverage from Ideas Tees, Dan France Concrete, Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home, Middle Tennessee Christian School, and our Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard is complete with Eagleville coming back.
That is unbelievable.
With 7 runs in the 7th inning. Top of the 7th to win it 13-12. Pitch on the outer half is a strike called to Keely Williams. She's 0 for 1 today. So that means they are in the championship game. I'll tell you more about that after this one, but all these fans will get to go to MTCS tomorrow.
I know he
Pitch
probably,
outside.
Coach Bassham probably saved a lot of pitching in that game. I know they scored a lot of runs, but that was big to just, he didn't have to use them
right
in the second game.
The pitch on the way, fouled at the plate. Well, that should let your number 1 pitch tomorrow, since game 1 was Thursday, right?
Right.
Or Wednesday.
Yeah, and I don't know how the games went rather easily for them, so they should be in pretty good shape with at least 2 pitchers available.
And originally those games were going to be at MTSU, but they have put them at single sites and all starting at 11 tomorrow.
Another point is it rained on Wednesday, or they would be playing those games today. So in regard to pitching, that had to help a little bit, even though they had to back it up a little bit.
Yeah.
But
so the rain was, they started Wednesday.
Yeah.
After that Tuesday storm system. Pitch is a strike, I guess. No, ball inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Not sure why Williams indicated she was about to throw the bat down and head to first. 2 balls, 2 strikes from Davenport. The pitch swung on, fouled down the third base side, and coach tried to one-hand it. Not successful there. Jamie Williams is their head coach, and talked to him a little earlier. Very nice person, honestly. Here's another foul ball down the third base.
We learned everything we need to know about Bruceton, really.
Well, there's no traffic light.
What I loved about him, I think he had his grandson or granddaughter in his arms when we got up there right before a game. That's pretty impressive.
But Hollow Rock and Bruceton are both big enough to have their own Dollar General stores.
Yep.
Here's another 2-2 pitch on the way. Shot to second. Gardner flips to first, and Litton gobbles that one up.
That was not an easy chance, and Gardner she didn't let the ball play hers, what I'm trying to say, and really did a good job there.
Number 7,
Madison Holder is your batter. Eagleville with 8 runs on 9 hits or 10. There have been so many. This pitch high.
The more outs you get with this big lead is helpful. Try to stay away from big innings because you put a good spot on the board for them.
Pitch inside, and it's a strike called. John, I have a feeling our two fielders' choices are singles, maybe.
That's probably what it is.
Pitch, swing and a miss. A little change up there.
But I think they're wrong. Ooh, did I say that?
Wow.
Will I get kicked out?
No, I don't think so.
Maybe one of them was.
The 1-2 pitch. Bouncer to second. And once again, Gardner on the bounce this time. Flips it to first to Litton for out number 2.
Now batting.
Can Gardner record all 3 outs? We'll see.
Kylie Baker.
Kylie Baker, who started at first, is now in the circle for Hollow Rock Bruceton. Struck out back in the first inning, her second at bat here. And the first offering to her. High for a ball. Davenport, the pitch. Well inside on that one. Baker kind of shrunk up on that. I don't think Eagleville fans agreed too much. 2 balls, no strikes. The pitch. Sails low. And the count, 3 balls, no strikes.
Just got to get a little more dirt there. That's what the problem was.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Just not enough dirt in the hand. Here's the pitch on the way. High. And it is the second walk issued by Davenport.
Good news is there you've got your first 2 outs, so that is a big help.
Courtesy running for the Lady Tigers is number 1, Addison Tucker.
So Tucker going to run it first.
Now batting, third base,
for Baker.
number 6, McKinley Garrison.
And McKinley Garrison is the third baseman and the batter here to face Davenport. Davenport struck out both Baker and Garrison to end the first after they got the 1 run. Garrison, Chloe Morgan has a secret that she just told Baker. I'm sorry, Garrison. She steps in now to face Davenport. The pitch. Strike on the outside corner. Going to work from ahead this time. 3 runs in the first, 4 in the second, 1 in the third for Eagleville. We're in the bottom of the third inning. An 8-1 lead. Pitch, swing and a miss. Change up there.
It'd be a good
Boy,
time.
That's effective.
Be a good time to go to Eagleville, go shopping at the little stores up there on the square. There's nobody in town.
Well, they're either here at their high school or at the high school. Pitch, bit high. First ball offered, so it's a 1-ball, 2-strike count. And the pitch is on the way. Fouled that one back. So the count will stay 1 ball, 2 strikes. There are 2 out in the inning.
Brindley couldn't hold on to that one. Brindley catches. She can play shortstop too. She's a really good shortstop.
So ready for another 1-2 pitch. Here is the Davenport pitch that's going to be sent into center field. Knowles going to keep it in front of her there. And Tucker rolls into second, so runners at first and second. The third hit off of Davenport here.
Now batting, catcher number 22.
And so it'll be the catcher, Chloe Morgan, up to bat now. She led off the second. The innings have not been 1, 2, 3 innings.
No.
Eagleville has held them to this point to just 1 run. Here's the pitch. High, and Bain held it there, but the umpire did not bite. The 1-0. Strike Right there, down the middle of the plate.
That pitch froze her there. I mean, Morgan didn't really know what to do.
8-1 Eagleville. Bottom of the third inning. Pitch on the way. Swung on, chopper to third, stepped on the bag, and the inning over. Gonna force out Tucker.
Your score after 3 innings.
And your inning comes to a close. No runs. There was a hit, a walk, and 2 left. We go to the 4th inning. Your score, Eagleville 8, Hollow Rock Bruceton 1. You're listening to Class Single A Softball State Championship coverage on State Farm Prep Sports.
If you need concrete work done, who would I call? Dan France Concrete. Here's why. He's local. He attended Walter Hill Elementary, Oakland, and MTSU. He served our community as a school resource officer for 9 years, and he's involved in the community.
This is Dan with Dan France Concrete, wishing all Rutherford County student athletes a great season. Study hard, play harder, and be safe.
Dan France Concrete is a licensed and insured residential and commercial concrete construction contractor serving Middle Tennessee. Check out danfranceconcrete.com online to see some of their work.
With all the financial headlines, are you wondering if your retirement savings will last? The market's ups and downs can keep you guessing, especially if you're approaching retirement or considering it. Hi, I'm Edward Jones Financial Advisor Lee Colvin. If you have more questions than answers about what's next, let's work together to help ensure you're prepared for your journey. Stop by our office in the Public Shopping Center on South Rutherford Boulevard or give us a call at 615-907-7056. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, and you're listening to Prep Softball.
Today brought to you by good neighbor State Farm Agent Ron Reeves, a Rutherford County resident with an office in Brentwood. That's State Farm Agent Ron Reeves, 615-873-1700.
Addison Davenport offers at the first pitch and fouls it away.
I don't want to make you sad, but we only have one more game left.
I know. It's a pretty good place to end, though, isn't it?
Probably tear up.
It'll be our 6th game of Spring Fling Week tomorrow. 0-1 to Davenport. Hit right to short. Took a minute to get there. Does she beat it out? She's safe. He was going to pump her out, and she dropped the ball at first. Holder did.
That's a E3.
John, they're killing themselves with errors.
Runner for the Lady Eagles, number 16, Anne-Marie Oliver.
And Marie Oliver going to run again.
Now batting, third base,
kept her busy.
10, Mary Flutie.
Well, another good start here for the Eagles. Let's put another run or two on the board.
They've had the leadoff person on every time, twice by errors. Well, not last inning. It was one out before the double.
You do realize a big inning here. Could be.
The umpire walks out, so I think she's really allowing Morgan a little extra time. Baker ready to pitch to 8th grader Flutie, fouls it back. It is amazing to me. Ball goes into the outfield on the throw into the circle, and taking second is Oliver. Boy, things are just not going
That's
well.
An error. That would be an error. Who threw it out there at the center?
Wouldn't it had to have been
catcher,
I think. The pitch misses low. 1 ball and 1 strike to Flutie. She had a sacrifice bunt in the first and drove in a run, had a grounder to short and drove in a run. Pitch on the way, lined into left field, but foul.
Eagle's going to be okay, and whether the win or lose this game today, they're going to be okay in the next 3 years.
Yeah, I don't think I even finished my point about, schools that have 8th graders that come up and compete on this high school level. I mean, you've got to have it to be able to do that. Even freshmen and sophomores. Here's another foul ball down the third base side.
Well, she's got it. She's batting 5th in the lineup.
Yeah. And a sophomore in the pitcher circle, which is critical.
And a really good third baseman with a knee injury. Out.
Pitch swung on. Fly ball left field. Bennett is going to camp under it there.
Now batting,
so that's a fly ball out.
Player number 29, Riley Warburton.
To left.
Okay, did they not let the runner get second on that throw over? She's at first. They must have made her come back. They called time, I assume.
It's got to be it, because that is Oliver.
Got the crowd pumped, but.
And I didn't see her go back. Riley Warburton, your batter. And the first pitch to her is high for a ball.
Baker has come in, though, for Bruceton and kind of settled things down a little bit.
She's only given up a run to this point. But Eagleville looks like they could just break open any moment now. Popped up, fouled back.
Warburton catches as well. I think she plays third. Can play first.
Well, I did notice when I looked over the stats for the state tournament that it's a 1-2 count, by the way, or a 2-1 count. Pitch is inside. Hit her in the foot, really. It hit the dirt first. I did notice that their lineup was different in all 3 games.
Yeah, he moves them around a little bit, and a lot of that is they're talented. You know, he can afford that.
3 balls, 1 strike to Warburton. Fly ball into center field. Pretty well hit, but it is going to be the center fielder McGee to camp under it out there. Hit a long way. So a couple of long, deep fly balls. That one to center.
Now batting, left field number 1.
And there are
Maddie
2 away.
Kendrick.
So what does Maddie Kendrick do? She's grounded to short and grounded to third. A solid base hit over short would be nice. Here's the first pitch, popped it up. Garrison going to make the catch from third. And that's going to end the Eagleville 4th inning. First time they haven't scored in an inning here. No runs, no hits. There was an error, 1 left. We move now to the bottom of the 5th inning. 8-1 remains your score. Eagleville over Hollow Rock Bruceton. State Farm Prep Sports.
Raider Tees isn't just about t-shirts. We've got jackets, scarves, polos, hats, even jewelry and home decor. Everything to show off your Middle Tennessee Blue Raider pride. Whether you're headed to the game or just want to represent the Blue Raiders every day, we've got you covered. Literally. Come check out our exclusive designs and unbeatable selection at 111 East MTCS Road, right across from MTCS. Raider Tees, bigger, better, and go blue.
This is a paid legal ad.
You've probably heard it a million times. If you're injured, call a lawyer. And you probably haven't because you don't know how much it will cost, how long it will take, or even if you have a case. At the law offices of John Day, we provide a free initial consultation because we understand that folks don't want to pay a lawyer only to find out they don't have a case. If you think we can help, we do so on a contingency basis, which means we only get paid if you do. Seriously injured? Call me, John Day.
I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack, and you're listening to Prep Softball.
Our game tonight brought to you by Good Neighbor State Farm Agent Ron Reeves, a Rutherford County resident with an office in Brentwood. That's State Farm Agent Ron Reeves, 615-873-1700. Guess we'll have Braves tonight. Ronald Acuna is back. He'll make his first appearance.
Oh. They finished that Washington series.
Yeah. Lost 8-7 and 10 last night.
Olivia Scott, the batter, takes a pitch high for a ball. So it's the 7, 8, 9 hitters here for Bruceton. You're at home versus San Diego, I think. This pitch misses outside as well for a ball.
They don't get it together pretty soon. They're going to be looking for next year.
Memorial Day weekend coming up. 2 balls, no strikes. A little dribbler to Davenport. Flips it to first, out number 1. Barely got a piece of that one.
Now batting, the designated player, number 5, Spencer Urban.
So Spencer Urban, who has one of the 3 hits, comes up. Got into a little more of the sun here, haven't we?
Yes. The breeze is still good.
Yep. Swing and a miss. Got that drop ball over. 8-1. Eagleville baseball winning 13-12. So they're in the championship game tomorrow at MTCS. Pitch right down Eagle Way. We got the Division II championships, John, going on over on the baseball field today for baseball. Pitch fouled back.
Well, there's a big question about tomorrow. We hope we can get them in, but that forecast is not looking great.
Clarksville and Oak Ridge in 4A, they're tied at 6 apiece. I may have told you wrong on those championship games, though. Here's the pitch, sent into right field. If it's fair, it is. And making a diving attempt is Darnell, but couldn't come up with it.
Yeah,
no lack of effort there.
Yeah, that was a great dive, and she almost came up with it.
Now batting, left field, number 3.
She gets the out if she catches it, but she doesn't throw her out if she catches it. So Urban aboard with 1 out for Amelia Bennett. Fourth hit of the game, her second. So she has half of the hits. First pitch at the hands. Strike called. Bennett reached on a fielder's choice in the second. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Went after one upstairs. So it's 0-2 to Bennett, the left fielder. Then Lily McGee is on deck. She can retire her. No strike called on that one, and a pretty good pitch. It will be Eagleville and Coalfield in the championship game in baseball tomorrow. The pitch. Thought about it, didn't offer, and has battled back to a 2-2 count.
Tried to get her out on a changeup there, and she didn't bite.
The pitch popped up right side. Darnell says she's got it and camps under it. And it's 2 away now.
Well, good for her, because she made that dive and stab, and then she makes the second out. So
now
good for her, Kate.
Center field, number 4, Lily McGee.
Lily McGee, your batter here now.
This kid scares me a little bit. She's very, very, very small, but she can smoke it. They're looking for a bunt.
Left-handed batter does show bunt and takes a strike. John, Eagleville is 32-6 now in baseball. Coalfield is 32-5. Ought to be a decent matchup. And again, it's at MTCS for those Eagleville fans listening out there, or anybody who wants to come out and see it tomorrow at 11. Swing and a miss. She was swinging that time. Maybe showed bunt first time just to fool her a bit.
She's the prototypical leadoff hitter. Likes to drag the ball as she goes.
Well, she's in the hole here, 0-2, and the pitch swung on, popped up, and over the shortstop's head into shallow left. They throw to second, can't get her out either as Irvine is in safe, so the second hit of the inning.
She just reached out and poked it. Nothing fancy, just infield was playing in because of her speed.
Now batting.
That's her second hit in 2 at-bats. She actually scored the first and only run so far. Two away for Keely Williams, who's popped out to first and lined to second. Not sure what, I guess the discussion is.
Runner
at second.
Courtesy running for the Lady Tigers.
So,
correction, sub for the Lady Tigers is number 8, Mackenzie Castleman.
Castleman is at second. And I guess the announcer changed from courtesy runner to lineup change, and I guess that's true because she was at second when he made the call to change the runner. Two away, it's Keely Williams ready for the first pitch to her, and it's inside. Bain up quick, making sure the runners hold him. Thing that's different in softball is you can't take a lead like in baseball on the bags. Oh, square on the left shoulder. So Williams is on. So the bases are loaded. Castleman to third, McGee to second. You know, I do the same thing that that every fan does. We all said "ooh" at the same time, and I don't know why they say it hit her.
That got her in a good, but he got her in a good spot. It's safe up there. Yeah.
Now batting, number
so
7, Madison
the most
Holder.
tense situation Eagleville has been in here in this game. With the bases loaded, there are two out, and it's Madison Holder, the batter. Pitch outside.
Holder would love to get a hold of one here since she was the starting pitcher, gave up 7 runs in that actually one inning.
Pitch on the way, shot to second.
Not going to happen, though.
Nope. Gardner to Litton, and the inning is over. And the Tigers lead the bases loaded. 0 runs, 2 hits, a hit batter, and 3 big Tigers left. Well, speaking of Tiger, John's going to take over things here and see if he can get Eagleville to their second softball championship. Stay with us. Single A softball championship coverage on State Farm Prep Sports continues after this.
At Middle Tennessee Electric, we see the lines that link us all, illuminating our neighborhoods, empowering our businesses, and helping us to recharge. Because we believe in the power of good energy. Whether it comes from our grids, the sun, or a kind heart. And as your family and our region continue to grow, you can trust that we'll always be there for you. Middle Tennessee Electric, bringing good energy.
Here's your Little Caesar slices and sticks, half Italian cheese sticks, half pepperoni pizza. It's the world's greatest combination.
Carl? How could you? Sorry, PB&J. I wanted to try new things. No. Have some for yourself. Yes.
No! Get hot and ready slices and sticks for $6.99. Walk in and walk out between 4 and 8 p.m.
Little Caesars Pizza is a proud supporter of all Rutherford County High School athletes. Be sure to visit your Murfreesboro Little Caesars today.
Pizza.
I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves. You're listening to Prep Softball.
It's 8-1, Eagleville on top, and it is the top of the 5th, and it's time for John to take over things here. Take it home.
Gardner fouls the first one off. Here's the second pitch. Accidentally, didn't mean to. Back to Baker to throw to first, is in time. Presley had reached on an error and doubled and scored a run. She scored 2 runs, actually. And here she grounds back out to the mound for the first out of the inning. And Presley Knowles, the center fielder, sacrificed bunt in the second and reached on an error in the third. They've committed 3 errors in this game. They have 8-10-1 for Eagleville, 1-5-3 for Bruceton. And the pitch. There's a grounder through the right side and a base hit. So Knowles continues her good work, and it's a 1-out single.
Now batting, catcher number 30, Brindley Bain.
This is the 4th inning for Baker. Here in the top of the 5th. Let's get some more runs, Eagles. Brindley Bain, the batter. She's 3 for 3. And the pitch. Outside, 1 ball, no strikes.
She has had.
So now she's 9 for 13.
Tremendous tournament. Yeah.
Leaving Eagleville on a high note for sure. Left-handed batter, the wind in the pitch. Grounder right to first, and she touches Knowles and steps on the bag, and it's a double play. That goes 1 unassisted double play, or 3 unassisted double plays, sorry. No runs, 1 hit, nobody left. Double play erased that. We go to the bottom of the 5th. 8-1, Eagleville up.
Local business owners, you know how important it is to be here for your customers. I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and I run a small business in Rutherford County too, and I'm here to help you protect your small business. Call me at 615-895-2700.
Each team knows which play will be the winning move. I'm good neighbor State Farm Agent Dana Womack, and I'd love the opportunity to talk to you about combining your home and auto insurance. Call me at 615-900-0877 to make the winning move that can save you time and money.
Rely on the experienced professionals at Prentice Allsup Heating and Air.
If your old unit needs a tune-up, the professionals at Prentice Allsup Heating and Air service all major brands and even offer same-day service in most cases. Keep your home or business comfortable year-round. Call us today at 615-890-1311. Prentice Allsup Heating and Air, your Ring Pro partner heating and cooling contractor on West College Street, just under the Thompson Lane overpass. Online at PrenticeAllsup.com.
I'm State Farm Agent Andy Womack, and you're listening to Prep Softball.
We also say hello and good afternoon to good neighbor State Farm Agent Ron Reeves, a Rutherford County resident with an office in Brentwood. That's State Farm Agent Ron Reeves, 615-873-1700. And don't forget to check wgnssports.com for the latest prep and MTSU sports news, schedules, podcasts, and more. wgnssports.com, and we'll have some news a bit later on. It kind of came out as I was on the way to meet John to come over here, and that news is Hannah Jones, the former MTCS coach who resigned, has now been named the new head coach at Stewart's Creek.
Pitcher number 11, Kylie
for girls
Baker.
basketball. So, interesting news there. Well, John, let's hold them here and get the bats back out there going, huh?
That's right. Kylie Baker will lead it off. She's walked and she struck out. She's 0 for 1. Madison Davenport going into her 5th inning. She's given up 1 run on 5 hits. The pitch swung on and a high pop. Who's got it? Litton does, and it's out number 1 here in the 5th. I love it when the cleanup hitter pops up.
Now batting, third base.
On the
number
first
6,
pitch.
McKinley Garrison.
Here's McKinley Garrison, struck out and singled. They scored their only run way back in the 1st inning. And that's been it so far since. Davenport with the wind in the pitch. That's low, 1 ball, no strikes. Eagleville boys going for number 4 in a row. Really hard to believe. And the pitch high. You know, you're bound to lose some people. You're bound to.
Well, yeah.
You know, and it just hasn't happened.
Well, you would think on that level, John, you know,
yeah.
in single A that you build up, and by the time they're seniors, maybe they win one, but it's just been a machine.
Pitch is a strike called. And the count even at a ball and a strike. One out, nobody on here in the 5th.
You can really say the same thing about this softball program.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Last 5 years, anyway. The pitch. Now, they're going to lose some people. They're going to lose Bain and Warbriton and Litton. But if you look around and see the youngsters that are playing, they've just kind of got it all started, and it just keeps going out there. Here's another strike, and it's 3 balls, 2 strikes. Madison Davenport releases the pitch. That's a ball, and she walked. You have 3 walks there, Brian?
I do.
Now batting, catcher number
So a run at first and 1 out.
Morgan.
And here's Chloe Morgan. Walked and grounded to third.
You know, John, My Rutherford Issues guest today was Butch Vaughn, and before we went on, we were really talking about, you know, the run that Mac Hawks had out there at Oakland in '99 and 2000.
Yeah.
And they had so much talent on those teams.
Pitch is high, 1 ball, no strikes.
But that was the same group, you know, and where Eagleville has had to replace a few big bats.
Swinging a foul back out of play. Count even at a ball and a strike. Well, that run by Oakland, pretty impressive. But you're talking now 4 years for baseball at least, and probably about the same for softball. They haven't all had championships in softball, but they've been there.
Well, they've been in the championship game, I think.
Yes. Davenport's pitch swung on, shot foul down the third base line. Flutie knocks it down. Runner will have to retreat. And she's got her in the hole. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 8-1 Eagleville. If you just joined us, they exploded for 7. Let's see, they scored 3 in the first, 4 in the 7th, 1 in the 3rd. Pitch, and she fouls this one off. Good little battle going on here with Morgan. It's kind of an important thing if you look at it. Davenport's been able to. There's a strike 3 called. She knew it too. That's called strike.
Now batting right field,
and they're 2 away.
Olivia Scott.
That's her 3rd and the first since the first inning.
That was a called strike, caught looking. Here's Olivia Scott, the right fielder. Grounded it back to the mound and grounded to 3rd on a force out. There's a shot down the line. I believe that's foul, isn't it? Yeah. That home plate umpire kind of fooled me a little bit. She kept looking.
John, they did get 1 run in the first inning, but second inning, they got nobody past second. Same in the 3rd. They got a runner at 3rd in the 4th inning, but that's been about it for Hollow Rock Bruceton.
Here's the wind and the 1-2 pitch into the dirt, and that's going to get away, and that'll be a wild pitch, and Garrison goes to second. Well, let's see. They won, Eagleville girls won in what, 23 or 22? 22, wasn't it?
22, because that was the same year that really baseball was supposed to finish ahead, but they pushed baseball back a day.
Right.
And it was the next day, and softball won the first team championship in school history in over 100 years.
There's a pitch, grounded to short and through for a base hit. This may score a run. Kendrick gets it in a hurry. Nice play by Maddie Kendrick to hold her from scoring. And that's huge, Brian. You think about it, there's 2 out.
Exactly. I mean, and that was not an easy play, and it just did get past Wynn at short. And so Kendrick had to react very quickly and did so and got it in to hold the runner at 3rd, so that's where Garrison stays.
Well, here's public enemy number 1. This is Spencer Irvin, and she is 2 for 2. I mean, we've had base runners all over the place. They've stranded 3, 5, 7, 8 batters, 8 runners in this game. And if you know as well as I do, that's a lot of runners in softball.
Yes. Came home on 1 and got it out, didn't they?
Yes. So here's Irvin. We haven't found the answer to her yet. Pitch is high, 1 ball, no strikes. Two out in the inning, runners at 1st and 3rd. Irvin back in there. And here's Davenport's pitch. Inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Irvin steps out again. Now she's ready. The pitch swung on, Popped up right side. Darnell chases it, runs out of real estate there. And it's 2 balls and a strike.
I mean, John, looking around at this place, there's not a seat in the bleachers.
Standing room only. I mean,
and on either side, and people are all down the, I mean, they could be 12 deep in places. This is crazy.
2-1 on the way. Outside, 3-1. We do have a base at second open, but I would just assume we go ahead and get Spencer out here. Bennett would be next. I don't know that Madison wants to give her anything juicy, though, to hit. 3-1. High, she walked her. 4th walk, second of the inning. And again, the bases are loaded. They left 3, and the three of them left they left the bases loaded in the 4th. Here we are again in the 5th.
Oh, pretty big spot to bring up Amelia Bennett, isn't it?
Amelia Bennett grounded out on course out, flied out to right.
Fielder, number 3, Amelia Bennett.
Amelia has been in this situation before in this game. Let's see what happens here. The Eagleville crowd. Now the umpire's gone over and tell Coach Lehman maybe to get some of those girls in the dugout, I guess. I don't really know. My granddaughter's down there. I think she's going to get kicked out. And here's a walk to the mound. Gives us time to talk about our friends over at Ideas Tees. They've been with us, been with Brian for 30 years.
Well,
haven't they?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you said that yesterday. I didn't want to speak out of turn.
As long as I've known, they've been around. I remember visiting their spot just off the square. But right now, they are at a brand new home. After 20 years, they've moved to 111 East MTCS Road. That is, of course, where they have screen printing, embroidery, specialty items, as well as officially licensed MTSU Blue Raider merchandise like tees, hats, polos, and more. Put your logo on just about anything they can over that Ideas Tees, 111 East MTCS Road, and we've had a pitching change.
We have. We'll take a 30-second timeout and tell you Allie Linton is the new pitcher. Back in 30 seconds.
Craig's Tax Service at 142 Heritage Park Drive offers complete tax preparation, financial, and bookkeeping services.
This is Brandon Craig with Craig's Tax Service. We're proud to support all Rutherford County athletes.
Craig's Tax Service reminds you that it makes sense to get help with your taxes. Call 890-2233 for an appointment.
We've been serving Rutherford County since 1988.
Craig's Tax Service, 890-2233.
We're just off Memorial Boulevard at 142 Heritage Park Drive.
I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and you're listening to Prep Softball.
Our game today brought to you by Sir Pizza. They sponsor our Game and Coaches Show podcast. Find out more at wgnsradio.com for the podcast. And Sir Pizza on East Main, South Church, and Memorial Boulevard. Your new pitcher is Addie Litton. She moves over from first. John, she's got experience in the circle. Warbritton goes to Litton comes from first to the pitcher circle. Warbritton enters as the first baseman now.
Well, Addie Litton, no stranger to pitching for sure. Might be one of the best in the state. And she's going to face Amelia Bennett with the bases loaded and 2 out.
Tough spot.
The wind and the pitch. That's a strike. I had to wait.
Boy,
she was a little slow on that one.
Sure was.
I think the crowd talked her into that one maybe, but it was a strike. 0-1. Addie Litton done with the bat. Now she's got to do it with the pitching. The pitch. Swung on. Bouncer first. Going to be easy. Warbritton steps on it. So the girls that came in at those positions did the job. No runs. There were a hit and 2 walks and 3 runners left. We've finished 5 now. Eagleville still up 8-1 over Bruceton.
We're at Rick's Barbecue on Warrior Drive, where, of course, they've got barbecue and smoked chicken, ribs, but they have other favorites.
Our chicken tenders are delicious. We bread them here ourselves. We have so many different kinds of sides, and our nachos are really good and popular. I love the menu. I could literally eat here every day.
Anne Marie Brent's at Rick's Barbecue.
We're thankful for the customers. We have a lot of regulars, loyal customers that come in, and when they come in, I already know their order.
Bet you're hungry now. We'll see you at Rick's Barbecue, 212 Warrior Drive.
With the service you get from State Farm, you might think our car insurance costs more. I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves. Give me a call at 615-873-1700 and let me show you. With discounts up to 40%, you may find it even costs less.
You've changed thousands of diapers, played hours of peekaboo and duck duck goose. You do anything to protect your kids. I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, and it's important to protect them with life insurance. I can make it easy and affordable for you to protect your family. I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, and you're listening to Prep Softball.
Today's game brought to you in part by good neighbor State Farm Agent Emerson Williams in Smyrna, 199 Enon Springs Road West at Hazelwood Drive. That's State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, 459-2683. And John, we were just talking, 11 stranded for Hollow Rock Bruceton in this game.
And she's up to bat, and she's going to pop it up left side, and it is going to be caught out there on a fine play by Williams for out number one here in the sixth. You know, if you're Chad Lehman and you're sitting there going, Madison, maybe I'll make a change. Oh, I think I'll go to Addie Linton.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, that's not really – is that hard? Is that a hard decision?
No, not a hard decision at all. And I think maybe he knew that – he knew something. I mean, he's been coaching forever. I mean, maybe Davenport needed a little bit of rest.
Yeah,
you know?
well, she stranded 8 runners of our own. Just can kind of tell. She pitched great, though, 1 run. And let's face it now, they're playing a team that got here for a reason.
Exactly.
You know?
I mean, this is the state championship game, and they beat Gordonsville.
Pitch is a strike called.
And when I say beat Gordonsville, John, I think Gordonsville was 33, 34, 34-1. And they handed them 2 losses. That's more losses than they had all year.
Yeah, I don't know how you do that. Pitch is into the dirt.
And they must not have been intimidated. I mean, Gordonsville did win their first game 21-0 with 96 pitches in the first inning. And Knoxville Halls just said, you know what? Tip your cap and move on to the next game. They didn't even finish the game.
2-1 pitch. Swung on, shot to third. Up with it is Garrison and throws out to first, and Wynn is out. So there's 2 quick outs here in the sixth. Baker, you can tip your cap to her. She came in on relief
Madison Davenport,
and has really done the job. Top of the sixth.
7 of the 8 runs belong to Holder.
Here's Madison Davenport. The pitch. Swing and a foul. Madison has she's doubled and reached on a fielder's choice and reached on an error, and she's driven in 3 runs. I mean, they were smoking in those first 2 innings. Wind in the pitch. Change up, sails high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Strike called inside corner. Here's another thing, too, Brian. There's 8 billion people here from Eagleville.
Yeah.
And there's probably another 8 billion from over at the baseball field. And if you're over here watching this game, they've been on their phone all day, all afternoon, checking those scores. Pitch, didn't mean to, fouled it down the first base line. It's foul. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, I know.
Davenport.
They were very, very, very interested in what was going on, and everybody was sharing, what was happening.
They clarified the score for us, didn't they, to make sure.
Game Changer was a little behind. I just wanted to make sure.
There's a line drive foul down the left field line. Davenport. She'll be followed by Flutie. And then Warbriton if we can get something going. I wouldn't mind having another run or two. The pitch. Change up, sails low. Count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. There's 2 out here in the 6th, nobody on.
Went ahead and figured up Holder in her inning and a third, 7 runs, 8 hits, no strikeouts and a walk.
There's a line drive into left center field. It's going to drop. Coming over in a hurry to hold her to a single is the center fielder McGee. And it's a 2-out single for Davenport. So she is 2 for 4 today.
Now batting, third base.
And she doesn't have to get anybody to run for her. She's not pitching right now. Here's Flutie. Grounded to first, or grounded to the pitcher, but drove in a run. And then grounded to short and flied out. But they've all been quality at bats. Right-handed hitter steps in there. Baker's pitch. Swing, had a good cut, fouled it back. Brian, I'm looking at 1 walk for Bruceton's pitchers.
Yes.
Okay.
And that was Holder.
And the pitch. High fly ball, center field. McGee coming in. Wind kind of brought it back. And that's your inning. No runs, 1 hit. There was 1 left. We're going to the bottom of the 6th. Eagleville still has an 8-1 lead here on State Farm Prep softball.
Since 1966, Fans Heating and Air has been a symbol of quality for Murfreesboro and Rutherford County. For friendly, complete service on Amana, Bryant, or American Standard heating and air products, Fans will do it all. Sell you your choice of products and then install it with their factory-trained, experienced, professional staff. In the unlikely event you need service, Fans will be there with trained technicians. Fans Heating and Air is located on Jayhawk Court. Call 615-893-7930. Fans Heating and Air.
Middle Tennessee Christian School, training for eternity.
People love to see us on the schedule when they have a home game because our fans show up.
MTCS President Matt Tiller.
The way we travel is just phenomenal. Our parents and our community are fully engaged in our school. When we compete, we're trying to do it in a way that honors God. We want to win. We also want to do it in a way that pleases Him.
Providing Christian values and academic excellence in a nurturing environment. That's Middle Tennessee Christian School. Invest in the future of your child. Find out more at mtcscougars.org.
I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack, and you're listening to Prep Softball.
You're listening to 101.9, 100.5 WGNS, wgnsradio.com, and Big G TV coverage of State Farm Prep Sports in the Class Single A State Championship Softball game, brought to you in part by Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance, Parks Auction, Craig's Tax Service, and Dr. Automotive. And back in the pitcher's circle, start her first full inning of work, John, is Addie Litton.
All right. Litton got that big out with the bases loaded, and she's going to face Lily McGee. Singled, grounded to second, and singled in the 4th. The pitch. Strike called. Addie Linton, you know the story of her. She's had some injuries during her high school career, but had a good, healthy year this year. Pitch, liner into left. Kendrick on her horse, gets it. Out number 1. Nice play by Maddie Kendrick. And Maddie is a converted infielder. She was an infielder for a good while, and she may go back to the infield as she gets older, but she's in left field and did a good job there. Her mama taught her that. Danny Kendrick is dealing with his son a lot, too.
Oh, okay.
He's got Nolan. He's a baseball star.
Star?
I think so. Mm-hmm. I'm prejudiced. Pitch is high ball.
We'll have to see who wins out in that battle when he's old enough, Eagleville or Riverdale.
The pitch swung on, grounded to third. Flutie gets out in front and makes a great play.
Man alive, that was pretty.
I don't think they would have gotten Williams out if it had to go to the shortstop, and Flutie just cut it off and threw to first.
She was on that quick as a hiccup, John.
Litton, 3 up, 3 down so far, and she's facing Madison Holder.
I mean, had she not thrown it when she did, you're right, the shortstop had no chance because it was close bang-bang play anyway.
And the pitch is outside, 1 ball, no strikes.
You can shore up the infield like that, John. It's hard to, hard to get hits.
The wind and the pitch. Litton right down the middle there. 1 ball, 1 strike.
She gets it up there in a bit more of a hurry than maybe Davenport did, John, and I think that's got the batters fooled a little bit.
Pitch is up high. 2 balls and 1 strike.
And they're seeing it from a lefty.
That makes it equally tough. 2-1, change up. Addie says that was my bad, and it's 3-1. Takes a little walk off the rubber in the circle, now comes back. What day is it? Is it Friday?
Yeah, finally.
Okay. Pitch, walk. Went outside with that one. First walk given up by Litton.
I think the previous pitch before, John, that changeup was the one that she wanted to get her on.
Yeah.
Kylie Baker.
And here's Baker. Struck out, walked, and popped up.
That is her first walk and the 5th walk issued by Eagleville.
You know what's unbelievable? We're up 8-1, but we haven't had a 3-up, 3-down inning.
No. 5 in the first, in the second, in the third, 6 in the fourth.
They've loaded the bases, and we've held them twice.
Yes, the last 2 innings.
Pitch is in there. Come on, raise that hand. Come on. You think if I say that a little louder, it'll help?
No, I don't.
2 balls, no strikes.
And now the umpire's going to go out and talk to
I think she's kind of, Addie was upset at that call, and this is really kind of, I'm not sure that had to happen.
No. Unless you want to bring the focus onto yourself, not the game.
2-0 the count. The wind and the pitch. Strike called.
No, maybe she did go out there and say, you know what? You need to get it just an inch lower.
I'm gonna call this next one a strike, so don't be mad. 2 balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Swung on, chopped foul at the plate, so she's come back after being down 2-0 to level it up at 2-2. Baker standing back in there. I'm glad I'm not doing the stats for this game.
Really?
2-2. Swung on, chopped foul at the plate. Not getting very good cuts on her.
I'm just looking over the Bruceton stat sheet and the fact that they've left 11 stranded. If get out of this inning, it would be 12. And, you know, we've helped them with walks.
Yeah.
But they haven't gotten anything across since the first.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Now Baker steps out as Linton took a little too long for her. And she's ready to step back in there.
I think a lot of that, too, has just been some great defense.
Yes, there has.
You know, like that really, shot to third, you know, that's normally a hit.
2-2 pitch. There's another opportunity at third. Flutie throws across in time. The 8th grader does it again, and the inning is over. No runs, no hits. There was a walk. 1 left. We're 1 inning away, folks. Eagleville leads at 8-1 as we go to the top of the 7th.
Dr. Russell McKissick of Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance talks about the grassroots effort in our local schools to ensure proper care for players.
To make sure our teams are covered here locally, be there for our trainers. Yeah, it's a passion that we have to try to take care of our athletes here in town and be there just to keep everybody playing as healthy and as best they can.
From a community standpoint, one of the most important things you do at TOA, I'd guess.
I think it's definitely a way to pay back to our community, just to be there for them and watch some great sports too.
Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance, TOA, live your best life.
This is a paid legal ad.
Hi, this is John Day of the Law Offices of John Day. For more than 30 years, my team and I have worked hard to help injured people throughout Middle Tennessee. Over that time, we've helped thousands of people get the legal help they need when they've needed it the most. And if we're not able to help or aren't the right lawyer for you, we'll do the best to point you in the right direction. If you've been injured, call the Law Offices of John Day for a free consultation. And remember, there's no fee unless we win your case.
I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves. You're listening to Prep Softball.
And coming up to plate is Riley Warbritton as we start the top half of the 7th, and she takes a strike. It's 0-1. Baker gone all the way since the first. Pitch lined to short, and the throw to first is in time as Williams throws her out. Riley 6'3", retired. And here's Maddie Kendrick. Maddie has grounded to short, grounded to third, popped up.
Maddie Kendrick.
So she's due.
Well, she's put the bat on it every time.
Went after the first pitcher last time up. Here's the wind and the pitch. Strike called, 0-1. One more inning to get. And here's the 0-1. Line drive into left, but it's going to be caught out there. She hit that ball well. Bennett makes the play for out number 2. Maddie's been a little snake bit today. She's hit the ball well 3 out of 4 times. And here is Presley Gardner. A good day for her. Reached on an error and scored, doubled and scored, and grounded to the mound her last time up. She is 1 for 3. Baker's pitch. Little blooper into right, and it is going to be caught. Wow, that was a nice play. Good defense by Bruceton that inning. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the 7th. You got to hold them, Eagles. Let's get a state championship. 8-1, Eagles on top on State Farm Prep Softball.
Quick, convenient, efficient. 3 words that we all hope to experience when we do business. Our goal at JHA Company is to bring just that to an industry that's traditionally dictated to the customer when it's time to do business. Whether you're purchasing class pictures in a yearbook, class jewelry, a letter jacket, school spirit wear, or senior graduation products, we strive to make the experience quick, convenient, and efficient. Find out more at jhacompany.com. JHA, your one source for an unparalleled scholastic experience.
It's Brian, and as a customer of First National Bank of Middle Tennessee, let me tell you how they can show up for you. Whether I need help navigating a financial decision or just a question, I know I can pick up the phone and talk to someone who's right here in our community. In a world that's becoming more impersonal every day, it's good to know that First National Bank of Middle Tennessee is always there with real people who care.
First National Bank of Middle Tennessee. We show up for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 401715.
I'm State Farm Agent Andy Womack, and you're listening to Prep Softball.
Our game today brought to you in part by Good Neighbor State Farm agents Celeste Middleton, Ron Reeves, Emerson Williams, Dana Womack, and Andy Womack.
One more inning to cross, they might say. Eagleville 3 outs away from their 2nd state championship.
Third base, number 6, McKinley Garrison.
And I don't know how this one was in, but they've done it rather easily, to be honest. Getting here. They have an 8-1 lead here in the 7th. And Garrison is going to lead it off, and Morgan then Scott for Bruceton. Garrison's 1 for 2 with a walk. Litton in relief of Davenport. The pitch. Strike called, 0-1. These Eagleville fans are feeling it right now. They're on every pitch. Litton's 0-1 pitch. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. One. Half swing, she went around, it's 1-2. Need to get the first out. I know we're up by 7, but I don't trust anything until the final out's made. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Shakes a couple of signs off. Now she's ready. And the 1-2 pitch. Outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Grabs a little dust. Well, a little dirt. It's mostly dust now. And we're ready. 2-2 pitch. Swung on, little chopper, Bain all over it, but it's foul. Bain hops up quicker than anybody I think I've ever seen play the position.
Like a jackrabbit.
I mean, it's.
Or springs in her
Yeah.
knees.
2 balls, 2 strikes. The wind and the pitch. High. She's gone full now to the leadoff batter. Well, we got to have somebody on because it's the way it's been the whole game.
They've had a runner on every inning.
Yeah. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Let's don't start it now. Let's get her. The pitch. And she walked her. Must have been low. Had her in the hole and lost her. That's the second walk, I believe, for Lytton.
Correct.
Catcher number 22, Chloe Morgan.
And the 6th for the game.
And here's Chloe Morgan. It's a little unusual, isn't it? That many walks.
Yeah.
And here's Morgan. Walked and struck out. And grounded right to the third baseman. She just stepped on the bag. That's all she had to do. First one in there for a strike, 0-1. This will be, what, the second championship if they can get it?
Correct.
In 5 years at least. Pitch is upstairs. No, she called it a strike. I didn't wait long enough. 0-2. Lytton straight shakes her off. She's wanting something in particular she wants to throw. The 0-2 pitch. Swinging a foul. Just got a piece of it. You know how long Bain and Lytton have been playing together in this game? I mean, you talk about seasoned veterans. The 0-2 pitch. Bouncer foul. Warburton all over it, though. Everybody will have to come back. They're a pretty hard team. I know I've noticed one thing. They're a pretty hard team to strike out. They make contact.
There's only been 3 in the whole game.
They've been on for 6 walks, but 3 strikeouts, not a lot. Bouncer right to the mound. Lytton goes the second one on to first. It is late. Warburton had to come off the bag. Good job by Riley there. But they get the lead runner.
Now batting.
There's 1-6 on that put out. And there's 1 out. 2 outs away. We do get the lead runner, though. That's the important thing. I think right now just getting an out's an important thing. 8-1 Eagleville. Now Coach Lehman out to get a little word with the umpire. Let's see what's going to happen here.
Now they're all going to come in.
They're all coming on. Chad is.
He's going to hold court.
Yeah.
He's got a quorum. The mayor has a quorum.
He is the mayor. I think he's probably telling them, do you all realize I'm the mayor of Eagleville? And whatever they told him, he's satisfied with it.
Well, it looked like he was telling them something more than anything.
Well, he is kind of like that.
Courtesy running for the Lady Tigers is number 9, Emily Olds.
Olds running. It's again for Morgan. 1 out, runner at first. I'll have to ask him what that was about. That'll be an interesting question to ask him. 8-1 Eagleville. Runner at first for Bruceton, and it is 1 out in the inning. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Runner's going to take off. They're not going to even pay any attention to her.
Yeah, the umpire was walking all over the ball. There was no way Bain could get to it anyway.
That run, well, they're bringing her back. There you go.
That's twice in this game.
Yeah,
know?
I don't understand that.
I mean, the ball was not in the circle, but I don't know.
0-1 the count. The wind and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Went after the same pitch, came up empty, 0-2. Olivia Scott's grounded to third. She's grounded back to the mound, and she singled. One thing I will say about their hits, they've not been like just strong. There's a swing and a miss. Strikeout for Addie Linton. And 2 away. We're 1 out away, folks. And this crowd is feeling it.
The designated player, number 5, Spencer Irvin.
Spencer Irvin, the batter. She's been a tough out today, 2 for 2 with a walk. But this is the first time she'll be facing Addie Linton. The wind and the pitch, high, 1 ball, no strikes. It's not, when you get a big lead like this, Brian, it's not easy to have to hold a really good team.
No.
Because they got their runs early. They got, 2 innings. You had to go 4, 5, 6 more innings.
I mean, it'd be a 1-1 game had Eagleville not had a breakout first and second.
Here's the pitch, high.
I think she's saying it was a little more outside than high because Addie asked her, where should I place the softball to get you to raise your arm?
I think she said it that way.
Probably not.
We need 1 out. 2-0 pitch to Irvin. That one's outside again. 3 balls, no strikes. Irvin would be followed by Bennett. A lot of base runners been on today. The 3-0. There's a strike call, 3-1. Addie, just throw Powder River right down the middle. Just do it.
Well, if they can make contact and hit it, more power to them.
Yep, 3-1, the pitch on the way. There's a grounder, banged up with it. Oh, they're going to throw it, but that's going to be a foul. She says it was in the batter's box.
Well,
it was very close.
It was really, really close, but it is a strike.
Jackrabbit got out of that box and picked that ball up and almost got her. 3-2 the count. She's come back from a 3-0 deficit, and it's 3-2. 2 out. Runner at first. Irvin the batter. Linton looks in. And the pitch on the way. Swung on. Shot to short. Throw to first. Eagleville wins the state championship in softball today, rather convincingly. And now they're all piling on and hopes nobody gets hurt. What a game. The final score in this one, Eagleville girls 8, Bruceton 1. And it was a really, really convincing win over a team that had beaten Gordonsville and worked their way up here to this final game. And rather anticlimactic, to be honest with you, Brian.
It was, but John, this game could have gone many different ways. Pitcher circle was strong today. Addie Linton did not give up a hit in her relief, and they left 13 stranded, and it's that infield and the great defense, really great defense all around, that got it done for them here today against a really good Hollow Rock Bruceton team.
And the assistant coach sliding into the pitching circle was pretty impressive as well. I hope he's okay. I don't know if that's Mr. Bain or not. But anyway, he is a happy camper. Chad Lehman's a happy camper. The Eagleville fans are all happy. The city of Eagleville got to be on just cloud 9 right now as Eagleville takes their second championship in the last 5 years. And we're close in 2 others as well. But congratulations to Chad Lehman and the Eagleville Eagles on their softball championship. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll have the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air postgame show and tell you about tomorrow, what's going to happen there, because Eagleville going to try it again with the boys. This will be number 4 if they can get it. It's just unreal. All right, we'll take a break and be back.
Insurance should be simple, not complicated. That's why at Rayburn Insurance, Agent Rick Hull cuts through the jargon and helps you understand your options clearly. He's committed to finding the right coverage that fits your unique needs and budget. Their team has been a trusted partner in the community since 1973. Ready to make insurance easy? Get with Rick Hall at Rayburn Insurance Agency. He's ready to help you get the protection you deserve.
Rely on the experienced professionals at Prentice Allsup Heating and Air.
Whether it's the blazing heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter, let the Rheem Pro professionals at Prentice Allsup Heating and Air Conditioning on West College Street keep your home or business comfortable year-round. We service all major brands and in most cases offer same-day service. Call us today at 615-890-1311. Prentice Allsup Heating and Air, your Ring Pro partner heating and cooling contractor on West College Street, just under the Thompson Lane overpass.
I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and you're listening to Prep Softball.
There is no greater feeling in the world than to win the top prize, the state championship to the Eagleville Eagles. And it's just a wonderful feeling. They're fixing to give out the trophies and that kind of thing. And congratulations to the Eagles. This is your Prentice Allsup Heating and Air postgame show. Whether it's heating or cooling, Prentice Allsup services all major brands and often provides same-day service. Their team of Ring Pro professionals is dedicated to keeping your home or business comfortable year-round. Call 615-890-1311 or visit PrenticeAllsup.com to schedule your service today. Prentice Allsup Heating and Air, trusted comfort on West College Street. As I mentioned that, what a great feeling it is. It's got to be tremendous for Addie Litton and Brindley Bain and Riley Warbritton. They've been in the wars together all those years, and they get to go out as winners. And that's a lot of times a lot of kids can't say that.
Well, John, I think in their time, which for some of them it's been 5 years.
Right.
Because they played as 8th graders. 2 state championships, and, been the team. So just a wonderful, wonderful thing for Eagleville. And, John, can Eagleville do what they did in 2022? Can they repeat? Can they win softball on one day and the next day win baseball? We'll find out, I guess, tomorrow.
Well, you kind of got a feeling with the baseball team coming from behind and winning 13-12, somebody's up there watching them. I don't know.
A little destiny, maybe?
Yeah, I think you're right. Let's talk about our Dr. Automotive players of the game, and I'm stumped. I don't know. Let me give you some stats here. Brindley Bain, 3 for 3. Addie Litton, 2 for 4. She drove in 3 runs, and she also saved the game on the mound. So there you go. What do you think?
What did you have Litton for?
I had Addie Litton with 2 for 4.
Yeah, I did too. And she drove in 3 runs, scored 2 runs, and John, when she came in, I think it's got to be Litton, because in her 2 1/3, 0 runs, 0 hits. Had a strikeout and 2 walks, but John, she came in and she shut the door, and it was bases loaded when she came in, got out of the inning. And John, you know how they stranded in the first, they stranded 1, 2 in the second, 2 in the third, 3 in the 4th and 5th inning. But they only had 2 base runners in the 6th and 7th, 1 in each inning when Litton came out there. So let's go with her.
It's your Dr. Automotive players of the game. Dr. Automotive is your trusted local shop for top quality auto repair, specializing in both foreign and domestic vehicles. With ASC certified and master mechanics on staff, brothers Danny and Randy Brewer and their team are fully equipped to handle all your vehicle repair and maintenance needs. Visit them on Hazelwood Drive in Smyrna or online at autorepairsmyrna.com. You go in and you tell Danny there's something wrong with my car, and then you give it to Randy after that. Okay. Craig's Tax Service keys to the game. Got to be the first 2 innings, really.
3 run first, 4 run second. You even said it in your color commentary that Hollow Rock Bruceton looked shell-shocked. I mean, they came at you, bam, 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 bam in the first inning. Single, triple, single, single.
And those bunts.
3 runs, yeah, and they were bunts, and they were on like the first or second pitch, and it was almost like shock and awe. And there was no question that now Hollow Rock Bruceton did recover, but John, you're down 8-1. It's too late to recover. It was today.
And when you're that far behind, it makes you do bad things at the plate. You
yeah,
know,
and they had several errors in the game too that complicated things.
And they couldn't get runners in.
No.
They couldn't get runners in. They stranded how many?
12.
12, okay, on the day.
13, rather, sorry.
All right, that's your Craig's Tax Service key to the game. Tax laws can be complex, so it's smart to get expert help with your taxes. Craig's Tax Service specializes in personal and business tax preparation, as well as financial and bookkeeping services. Give them a call today at 615-890-2233 or check out CraigsTaxService.com. And if you've missed part of the game, you can head to wgnssports.com and click on the Surfpizza podcast button to listen, watch, or download. You can also check the archives for past games. Don't forget, you can order your favorite pizza online. Visit sirpizzatn.com for carryout or delivery, and better yet, download their app to start earning rewards points. Find Sir Pizza on East Main, South Church Street, and Memorial Boulevard. Turning it over now to Brian to give you the final stats on this championship game here.
Okay, first of all, for Hollow Rock Bruceton, a couple of their hitting stars. Lily McGee was 2 for 4 with a run scored, had a couple of singles today. 1 for 2 for McKinley Garrison, and she walked twice. 1 for 4 for Olivia Scott, and 2 for 3 for Spencer Irvin. John, they had 0 RBIs. They had only 1 run scored, and that was McGee. She led off the first with a hit, but they scattered 6 hits. First inning 1, second inning 1, third inning 1, fourth inning 1, fifth inning 1. That's it. They had 2 in there somewhere that I had different. Yeah, 2 in the fourth, sorry. But anyway, never really got the back-to-back-to-back hits like Eagleville did. For the pitching staff, Holder in her inning and a third gave up 7 of their 8 runs, 8 hits, no strikeouts and 1 walk. In 5 2/3, I thought Baker came in and really settled things down. Only allowed 1 hit to the Eagles, 4 hits, and had a strikeout. Now for Eagleville, this is going to take a minute because top of the order, the top 4, man, did they produce. Brindley Bain, 3 for 4 with 2 runs scored on 3 singles. It was Addie Litton, 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored, 3 driven in with her single and her triple in the first inning. Ellie Wynn was 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored. Madison Davenport was 2 for 4 with an RBI. Presley Gardner was 1 for 4 with 2 runs scored. She had a couple of, she had a double today. And Presley Knowles was 2 for 3 as the 9-hole hitter with a couple of singles. The pitching staff, Davenport in her 4 2/3 innings, pretty spectacular. 1 run, 6 hits, 3 strikeouts, 4 walks. Litton, who came in and inherited a bases-loaded situation with 2 out, gets out of that, pitches 2 1/3 total, 0 runs, 0 hits, 1 strikeout, and 2 walks. Eagleville scored 3 in the first. Hollow Rock Bruceton got 1 back. It was 3-1. But then the 4th spot was really the dagger in the second inning. Eagleville would add 1 more in the third to make it an 8-1 victory. And that's a look at your stats from Fans Heating and Air, Winners Trophies, and JHA Company. And John, we add to Blackman Baseball's Elite 8, Siegel Baseball's Final 6, Stewart's Creek Softball's Final 4, an Eagleville Softball State Championship, their second since 2022, and a chance for Eagleville Baseball to go for 4 in a row tomorrow, 11 o'clock at MTCS in the morning versus 32-5 Coalfield, Eagleville at 32-6.
And we'll be on the air around 10:45 a.m.
Yeah.
Another rough morning. 10:45 a.m. And I want to thank Brian Barrett. First of all, I want to congratulate Chad Lehman and the Eagleville girls for another state championship. They're spoiling us, man. They're spoiling us.
I wonder if the mayor will have a parade or something.
You say that, but I think they probably will. Is that Jim Thompson down there?
I believe so.
Oh, okay. And he's coming up here, I think.
Oh, that's Chuck McAlpin.
Oh,
he's the softball tournament director.
Okay, they all look alike with the sunglasses on. But we'll see you around 10:45 in the morning. Now, remember, Eagleville's playing at MTCS tomorrow. MTCS. That'll start at 11 o'clock. 10:45 is our game time. I want to thank Jackson Smith back at the station. He's done great work all week, and along with Connor. And for Brian Barrett, this is John Dinkins. Until tomorrow, so long, everybody.
Rutherford County's biggest sports events are on News Radio WGNS, FM 101.9, FM 100.5, AM 1450, streaming at wgnssports.com, on our iPhone and Android apps, and always at the game.
We now return to regular programming.